Hey guys, it's Jess and I'm back here with another video for you. Today we're going to talk about pen books. So I have two of the leading boutique pen books to compare for you today. I have one from Pin Folio and one from Kraken Trade, and we're going to see how they stack up against each other. Okay, this is both books. The Pin Folio came in just a plastic bag kind of mailer, and then the one from Kraken Trade came in this box. So I assume the Kraken Trade is going to be a bit thicker. I was just ordering different ones to kind of see what I liked, because as a pen trader, you end up with thousands and thousands of pens, and you need a nice way to be able to find the ones that you want. Shipping wise and price wise, let's talk about that before I open these. So the Pin Folio, which I got the Pin Folio Pro, it was ordered on April 23rd and I got it on the 28th. So like 5 days from order to in hand, which is super duper fast. It was free shipping. So it ended up costing, with sales tax, $38.15. Not bad. Under $40. I think actually this one, because you know, I ordered it in April and still haven't opened it. There are newer versions of this now. So this particular one I think is discounted. It might be about $30 right now. And then the Kraken Trade. Now they are a newer company, not as established as the Pin Folio, and there's been a huge demand for their product because it's supposed to be amazing. So I ordered this on June 15th and I didn't get it until, well, I got the shipping notice on September 16th. So 3 months from order to ship, and then it took a little bit of time in the mail. Quite a bit longer. This one is significantly more expensive at $67. It was $55 for the book and then $12 for shipping, which when you see the shipping, you understand. But it depends on what works for your budget as far as which one is going to be more beneficial to you. All right, now let's take both of these out of their packaging and kind of look at them side by side. So the first thing I see here is, this is my receipt. It's just on a printable sticky thing. And then I have a gray, this is called a Meg, and it is mega big. So it comes in a plastic sleeve here. We'll take it out of that. I can smell kind of it's not quite a chemical smell, but it's like fresh plastic, I think. And they did include just a plain piece of paper that kind of protects this window on the front so it's not all scratched up. And let's see. It always, like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a trapper keeper for your pins. I loved my trapper keeper in high school. So this one does come with, I think it's 3 pages, where the Pin Folio that I have only has 2. So I don't know how fair of a comparison this is going to be, but I really wanted to compare the materials. So yeah, 3 pages, and then this is definitely like typical trapper keeper type binding and all that. And then for the Pin Folio, there's an instruction sheet in here. I'm not sure you need an instruction sheet. It seems pretty straightforward, but there is an instruction sheet here. There is my receipt, and then there is Pen Trading World, all things pen trading related, always free to us, www.pentradingworld.com. I've never been to that site. I'll have to check it out. And then thanks for your purchase. We appreciate your business. Our magic surprise, please visit our website, www.magicalsurprise.com. When in Orlando, please visit our store. Oh, they have an actual office? Our products change daily. Buyer at tdcollectibles.net. We purchased Dizney Please send us a list of your items, including your asking price. Follow us on eBay, blah, blah, blah. And I think this is just for the same, yeah, it's just a second card for the same thing. Okay, so a little bit of advertising in their box, which probably brings down the price a little bit. This one, you, again, have that plastic kind of covering, so we'll take that off. And then here is the Pin Folio Pro. It is much, much slimmer. You have material on both sides and then just this plastic divider in the middle. As far as smell goes, the Kraken Trade definitely has a bit more of a plasticky smell right now, but it did come after I got the Pin Folio Pro, and they have both been sitting over there. I don't know how much of that is just time, because that smell does go away with time and with air movement and stuff. I know you can purchase a strap for the Kraken Trade. It does have loops here, but it doesn't look like it comes with one, unless it's in this back pocket. No, I do not see a strap with the Kraken Trade. The Pin Folio Pro does have a strap, but it's not padded. So either way, it could be a little cumbersome. This is a bigger one because I did want to at least have an adequate size comparison here. Oh, it says a Pin Folio Maxx, not the Pro. Sorry. As far as the logo goes, it seems a little backwards, which would be typical if it's made in somewhere overseas, like an Asian culture, because they generally read their books in the opposite direction of European American type books. The Pin Folio Maxx is on the back. You do have this pocket on the back to put things in. It is a little bit, I always worry about things falling out of pockets like this, so I don't know how that will go. And then you have what I would think of as the front of the book completely blank, but you could decorate it, especially with those Dizney patches, to make it completely customizable to your own needs. I do know that with the Pin Folios, you can get some custom designs. Also, it's worth mentioning that I'm not sure what percentage it is, but they do donate some of every single sale to Give Kids the World, which is really nice. It's kind of a way of giving back to the community. So I like that aspect from them. Now, the Kraken Trade, the logo is where you think it should be. And my only complaint is I wish it came with that strap, unless I've overlooked it. Did I? Oh, I did overlook it. My bad. It was in the box. Okay, so also not a padded strap, but at least it's a strap. So I could see both of these working well for going to a pen trading event or something like that. As for taking them into the parks, kind of cumbersome, but that wasn't my intent. My intent was to potentially be able to take it to a pen trading night and to have storage for my pens where it's easier for me to find things. The Kraken Trade one, instead of having this net kind of closure at the back to put your cards or whatever in, you do have a zipper closure on the back of this one, which is really nice. It does fold down quite a ways. You could, I'm guessing, put a smaller version of this material in here for trades, or just have it for, you know, pin backs or card backs, whatever you want it. It does also feel significantly padded, which is kind of nice. I do almost see like a perforation in there, and the outside here is also padded where this one is not. So I don't know if that'll actually factor in as well. And with the Kraken Trade, you do have this kind of peekaboo window at the front. I'm not sure if Pin Folio makes one that has a front like this, but I think they do. So it may just be a difference in which one you get. But from a pure material standpoint, I kind of think I like the Kraken Trade better. Now let's talk about size. So comparatively looking at them, they're about the same size. So the Kraken Trade one that I got is 13 by 11. And the inserts inside, which are a little bit smaller, are like 9.5 by 10.5 or something like that. So since I can take these out, because you can also add more, although I think 3 is about the max that you can probably get in here with pins, would be my guess. So I have one here, and then the Pin Folio Maxx dimensions are 10 3/4 by 13 3/4. So realistically speaking, you're maybe getting about an inch at the bottom here, and there is a slight overlap of, I don't even think it's an inch there. You know what? I have a ruler right here. Hold on. Let's look. Maybe if I can pick it up. It's my Erin Condren one, so it's like, I'm going to stick to your desk. Okay, so ruler. Let's see. About 1/4 of an inch. On the side for the Kraken Trade is a little bit wider. You do, though, have these holes which are going to take up a little bit more room. And then as far as the bottom here, yeah, it's about an inch of more space. So if you only had one of these, I don't know how they would stack up against each other as far as pin density. We're going to try that though. I'm going to see how many pins I can fit in here, and then I'm going to transfer those pins over to the other and see how they work. Now I think the Pin Folio here is, oh, there's like a metal piece or something right there. Hold on. I don't want my pin to hit that. Is it a metal? It's just a metal shading, it looks like. But I still just want to take it out. There we go. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a little metal shading on my finger from that book. Okay. So I think the next thing to do is literally to find some pins and put them on these and see how they stack up against each other and how well they go. So I'm going to start with some pins that I have literally sitting next to me because I kind of stack them up here before they get put away. So I have some of these 2020 pins. I do know that the Meg does not tell us on the website how many pins typically fit in it, but the Pin Folio Pro on their description say about 200 hidden Mickey size pins will fit in here, or 50 of the 2-inch size. So I'm probably going to grab a variety of different pins just to see. But the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to do it with just these 2020 pins because of the pins that I have, they're probably the ones that I am least concerned about damaging. I don't think I could do this if I had all of my pins on here. So I am sticking in 2 on each sheet. And so the Meg's big claim to fame is that you're supposed to be able to, one, like hit it and the pins don't fall off. So I can see that they are definitely in there. And same with this one, but let's really give them a shake test, okay? So, oh, there goes one. So 3 good hits, and we lost 1. I'll find that in a minute. All right, now for the Pin Folio Pro. I'm going to kind of put this set down here. Okay, let's see how many hits it gets. 1. Ooh, 1 hit and it's out. So I think both of these have copyrighted materials that they use. But as far as which one's going to hold your pen a little bit better, I think that the Pin Folio Pro is going to win that. So let's see on the other thing that they talk about is how the hole that you make from in this material, it kind of closes up some, which is probably what helps hold the pen in. So let's kind of take a look here. Okay, I can still see the holes. I don't know that there is I'm kind of looking at them side by side going, okay, so what's the difference here? So I'm going to take both pins, like all the pins off, and I'm going to show you both of these sheets. So here is the hole on the Meg. So they are still there. I think the color of the material helps them to blend in a little bit better. And here are the holes on the Pin Folio Maxx. So both of them leave a hole. I could see over time how the Pin Folio Pro might not hold up quite as well because it isn't doing that closing in around the pin. Let's see how many I can fit on the Pin Folio Pro and how that compares to the Max now. So 1, all right, so for the Pin Folio Pro, let's count how many I've gotten here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So I have 33 on here. Now I am putting them on the way I would typically put them on. So I have a varied amount of sizes and shapes and that kind of thing. And I don't want them too close together because I don't want them to hit each other or anything like that if they decide to slide from side to side. Let's see how many of these transfer over to the Meg sheet. But before I do that, kind of gingerly holding it up because I wasn't sure if some of the heavier pins were going to fall off. But they are in place. They're not moving from side to side or anything like that. Let's see what we can get. Maybe I'll try and put them in a similar order. Now, I think one of the things that they said is that you can use both sides of this. The thickness is about a little over the thickness of one of the pin backs. So I haven't decided. As long as you're not putting them in the exact same spot, I feel it would probably be okay. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one. So I will say it is harder to punch the pins into the Meg material opposed to the Pin Folio Pro. I don't know if that's better or worse. It's just something that's there. I don't know if that helps it to hold a little bit better. But I definitely have to apply more pressure in order to get them into this book. I am going around and doing some of the bigger pens kind of first, kind of the same way I put it on originally, and then I'll fill in some of those spaces with what is left. So they won't be in the exact same order or anything on this sheet. because I feel like we all do that, where we kind of adjust the sheet to fit what our needs are. Okay, that's really surprising to me. I fit all the ones that I fit on the Pin Folio on this sheet as well. So even though this is a little bit bigger, I feel like it's going to work the same. Now, the one exception here is, so the one Mickey here is overlapping a little bit, and I don't know if that's going to work in the book. But other than that, and I could actually, let me switch the spot of 2 pins, and I bet you that it won't even be an issue. Yeah. Come back here, pin. So I did have to angle the Mickey at the bottom, but literally no overlap or anything, fitting the exact same amount of pins. I do feel like this is sturdier than the Pin Folio Pro. With the Pin Folio Pro, I was or Max, whatever you want to call it. It felt almost like I hesitated on doing this, but it just feels more secure, and you can kind of see this material bending almost a little bit from the weight because it is a substantial amount of pins. Oh, I was gonna kind of look at putting a pin or 2 on the back side of this just to see how I felt about that. Okay, so there is a pin on both sides there. Wasn't an issue. What about if I put it at the top where the pin density is a little bit more? So it doesn't seem to be an issue. With the Pin Folio that I have here, there are no flipping of pages, where this one does have flipping of pages. And the materials that they use in the middle, it's both just a sheet of plastic. This one is the Pin Folios is a smooth, clear plastic, kind of like what they're using for the window on this one. And on the Meg, what you have is like opaque material. I don't know which one's going to protect your pin better, but I feel like this one's going to show less scratches. Also, the fact that this one has interchangeable pages is kind of nice. I mean, it means that I could have several pages of these in a drawer or something and just be able to grab out the pages that I really want to put in to take with me for a trading night or whatever, or say I'm going to showcase some pins. The whole reason why I really liked this concept is because I felt like I could label this part and then have one say, I don't know, Sword and Stone, and I can just pull out that book to be able to show my Sword and the Stone pins, which would be really cool. So that's kind of my thought behind this one. This one was more of a cheap and easy, something to take with me to pin trading nights and that kind of thing, because usually I'm not trading more than this, if I trade that much, because the one pin trading night I've been to, I got so nervous that I literally traded 1 pin. All right, guys, so those are my thoughts on these 2 pin books. I think both are really good products, but if I had to choose one or the other, I would go with the Kraken Trade, even though it is more expensive, because it is more versatile for my needs and I can make it fit into my budget. But let me know down below, which one would you pick? Because I'm really interested in that. All right, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.